Anything you want to find out, you have to find out through your vibrations, which is the blessing of your self-realization. Without self-realization, there is diversity. You find people are so diverse, they are contradictory, they fight each other, they have such problems that have no solutions. They live like parallel lines where they never meet. But suddenly you find all these parallel lines meet at the South Pole or the North Pole in the same way. They meet at the same point, what we call the spirit. At that time, you have no problems solving your problems, because there is no problem left. You are beyond it. Truth is something that exists, that is there. You cannot challenge it. It is so. Supposing a person is a devil, and you are following a devil as a guru, for example. Now you may argue out with me, whatever you may do, but devil is a devil. You cannot get good vibrations from such a person. But supposing he is a human being, half-baked, just a little bit lost or something, such a person definitely has a chance of transformation. But the one who is a hard-boiled, horrible fellow like Hitler, how can he change him? He cannot be changed. So forget about him. Just forget about him. He doesn't exist for us. We are not to bother about such hard-boiled people. But you develop a kind of a discrete wisdom, as it is in the little cell at the tip of a root, how it penetrates to its own source and keeps to it, following slowly through the soft parts of the earth, and how it reaches the source. In the same way, you too develop that kind of a beautiful, innocent wisdom. Innocence is the source of wisdom. That's the source of wisdom. If you have innocence, you become extremely wise. You have discretion, you have sense of direction, even gross direction. A person whose innocence is intact, he can immediately tell you what is right, what is wrong. Not only that, but he can tell you what is east, west, north and south. Because he acts like a magnet. There's a magnet in that person, and he becomes a magnetic personality because of his innocence. You see, a child attracts the whole crowd. A child is such a beautiful thing because it is innocent. But the devilish part of it, that nowadays we are busy attacking even that, the child's innocence. So be careful that we preserve our innocence and respect the innocence outside. This spirit, when it manifests, it also gives you a state which we call as collective consciousness. It's the state by which you become, again I say become, it's actualization, it is not just talking. You become conscious collectively, means you become conscious of another person's centers on your fingertips. You also become self-aware. You know about yourself, what centers are catching, where are we going. Like a person who becomes mentally upset, he doesn't know. Till he becomes mad, goes to lunatic asylum and dies, he does not know. But in Sahaja Yoga, immediately you can find out that there's something going wrong with your mental side. If a person gets into cancer, he might get into the state of galloping cancer, about to die, then he may discover that he has got cancer. But in Sahaja Yoga, if there's a little imbalance, immediately it shows on your fingertips. And if you know how to do it, how to correct it, then every problem is solved. So as I told you yesterday, yoga has double meaning. Yoga means union with the divine. That's one. And the second one is the expertise, the deftness, what we call in Sanskrit kaushala. You must have the deftness, how to handle this all-pervading power that is flowing through us, how to understand ourselves, how to understand others. That's an important part of Sahaja Yoga. First of all, a little light is enlightened. You get the experience of the spirit to begin with. It's an actualization. But then you must make it grow. Christ has given beautiful parables explaining this, the sprouting of the seeds which were thrown on the rocks. Some were thrown in the good soil and some were neglected. Now we find that every day happening. Thousands come to my program, and then I find some of them are lost in the rocks. Some of them are wasted, but some of them become huge big trees to give shade, joy and support to others. We have to change this world. How are we going to change this world, this horrible world which is just on the precipice of destruction? The only way is that we have to change ourselves. That's the transformation just waiting to happen. It's nothing that I'm doing about. I really tell you, I don't do anything. I don't do anything. I'm just waiting to get it. You just catch upon it and you get it. I may be just triggering it, but you can trigger it also. So one has to understand that you have to be honest to yourself. You have to be fair to yourself. You have to understand your value. You must know your worth, that you are a human being created out of small things like amoeba from carbon. And today you are sitting here as human beings. You must be something very special. And this special thing has to become that thing which will make you understand what you are. Only thing, you are not yet connected. Only thing is that you have not yet felt that divinity within. We are all potentially divine. We have to just feel that divinity within us. But as a result of that, you are such a powerful personality, power of love. We have never used power of love. We have only used the power of hatred so far. Power of love is much above power of hatred. It can engulf all hatred, can just suck in everything that is hatred. It's very simple. Very simple methods are to be put. Only you must have desire to get transformed. Now the third thing that happens with self-realization is that you get a state of peace, of bliss and of joy. When the Kundalini rises above this Agya Chakra, you become thoughtlessly aware. It's called as Nirvichar Samadhi, thoughtlessly aware, where there is no thought in your mind. If you want, you can think. If you want, you can think. But if you don't want, you can be in that state where you don't think. Actually, it's maddening sometimes the way man is thinking, morning till evening, yarns after yarns, useless things, a joyless pursuit. But when this thinking stops, you are above the thoughts. I would say, to give it a simile, that the waves of thought come and go away. Another thought comes and goes away. We are jumping on the cusp of the thought all the time. Supposing we can just get in the center of the thought, that is the present. If we could stop at the present moment, then we are not worried about the thoughts. Like the waves of water, if you are in the waves, you are frightened of that. But supposing you are in a boat, then you can see the waves and enjoy them. In the same way, what happens to you that you jump up to a higher state of existence through which you see the thoughts. If you want, you don't want to see, you need not see. Now the thoughts that you see also are very wide and deeper, where you get inspirations. That's why, as Dr. Warren has told you, that your creativity improves. You can become tremendously dynamic because your time is not wasted in wasteful thinking. You just know this is it. This is the exact. This is what we have to do. And that's how people get rid of many of their problems of mental tensions. There's no tension at all. You don't have any worries. You just see the thing like the witness. You become the witness of the whole drama. When you are in the drama, you think you are a part and parcel of the drama. Sometimes you weep with it and cry with it. But when the drama is over, you realize it was just a drama. I was not there. In the same way it happens to you, that you achieve a witness state. It happens to you. Even if you want to get involved, you cannot. You just cannot get it. That's how you can solve the problems better, because you are away from the problems. You can see what the problem is, but when you are in it, you are upset, full of tension, worries. And sometimes people get so upset with it that they commit suicide when they find no solution. But if you are away from it, then you can definitely solve the problem. Now this witness state has to grow within you gradually with little understanding and with little meditation, which is very simple, which you can do very easily. Nothing has to be done about it.